You're good, JP? I'll call the meeting to order.
Good.
Okay. All right. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to call the appointments committee meeting to order. The date is May 20th, and this is via Zoom. And so we have a few minutes to approve, and hopefully I saw them all. I have February 19th, which was dated in November, but you corrected that. March 4th and April 1st. Are those the correct minutes? Those are the only ones we had left, right? They were
Yes.
missing?
No, I'm missing one, the last one.
The last one? Okay.
Yeah, I have to do. Yeah.
So I will
Good job in getting us those minutes. I would appreciate that.
Thanks.
And I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor? We'll do a roll call vote. Omar?
Yeah, aye.
JP, aye.
Councilor Kwasinski? Okay, and I'm yes, so 3-0 on all three. And so there's no mayor and no other public other than Casey, who's here to talk about one of the agenda items. So there's no public speak. And we'll move right into new business, which will be the appointments on the 5 individuals that were presented to us at the last council meeting. I'd like to start with Casey so that we can have the discussions and ask any questions while he's here, and then we'll move on to the others. So Casey, did you want to touch base on this and talk about what concerns you might have or anything that you were bringing up?
Sure. Well, just the first is that if that application says ECC, then that's what I applied for. But I also applied for at the same time as ECA, and I don't know why that information hasn't come forward. Like I asked you the date on that, you said it was 3/11.
Yeah, it looks like it was March. It looks like an 11 from here. Okay. So it's hard to read what the number is. Maybe
and that says ECC?
Yeah, look like a 311, yeah.
Okay, so I guess I need to reapply to be on ECA, or I don't imagine you can change it at this point because it's already part of the public notice and all that stuff. All right. Well,
so
I will
here's the thing that I'm looking at, though, is the mayoral appointment sheet, the letterhead sheet that she gave us has the ECA grants committee on that. So the application picture that she gave us is different than that.
Right. Do you have the application I gave you?
Well, just the one that was sent to the mayor.
Okay. And what does that say? ECC or ECA?
ECC.
Yeah. ECC.
This is ECC. So okay. We have two different things.
No. ECA grant committee is ECC.
Oh, it's okay.
You know what I mean? They split, but they still call it the grants coordinator. They have to get away from that. They've worked on changing the name of it. So I guess consider me for the ECC, the grants position, but know that I will be applying for the ECA position because
just on the Easthampton Arts Committee, not the grants committee.
Yeah. Well, you can put me on the grants committee, which is a different committee.
Yep.
It's chaired by Rachel Phillips.
Yep.
And has no city affiliation except for the fact that it has Easthampton in the name.
I've put the pieces of the puzzle together. I got you.
Gotcha.
So
I'm gonna.
I got it.
I'm gonna ask you when you do get that application, that we kind of fast track it because ECA is in need of members. They only have 3 or they only have 4 right now.
Yeah, and in order to have that committee,
but we have
so many.
I'm sorry, but we have I think two.
Two.
Correct. Yep. And what concerns me on that is that they may be voting for the chair of that committee, and I would prefer to be the chair of that committee, or at least be able to vote on that. I think that as of now, Matt Waugh, Ted, don't remember his last name, and Hillary Smith, who is a new member you just appointed last month.
Yep.
And city planner Jeff Bagg are the only 4 voting members. So I'd like to get on to be the voting member because they're going to be deciding a chair. And I think it's important that the chair of that committee is somebody who knows old school ECA, you know, that started 15 years ago, and not one of these new appointees or, you know, like Tracy Elder has been suggested as potentially the chair, but I don't think she's had any public involvement with ECA in the past. And I just think that it'd be important that the chair of the committee is somebody who has experience with ECA. So I'm just going to leave it at that for you. Ask you to approve my application for ECC, and then look to fast track the application for ECA.
Okay, so we can't do anything obviously with it until the mayor proposes it to us, and then it goes to committee. You know, we'd be more than happy to review it at the time. You know, this one is for the grants committee,
Yep.
Which you're looking to get in on too. So that's great. Do we want to go around the horn and ask any questions? I know you probably spoke to Omar earlier today, right?
No, I did not call him because he's going to be here.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
JP, did you have any questions you'd like to ask Casey?
Casey, always love to see you involved in community, doing things, 2 committees at once. Oh my gosh.
I'm actually on
EDIC?
Yeah, EDIC.
But I meant in terms of 2 committees, new ones
yes.
that you're going to be doing.
The issue is that ECC, chaired by Rachel Phillips, is a smaller group that virtually writes grants or takes grant money and distributes it. So it's really a sort of a one-time thing throughout the year. So they certainly could do more if they had energy and interest, but right now it's pretty limited in what they're doing. They're basically taking state funds and allocating it to artists based on grants. So I'd spoken to her today, and she was like, join when you're available, contribute. If you're not available, that's fine.
So question about the ECA, if you go to the meetings regularly, or?
Yeah, I've been to 4 of the last meetings that they've had.
Okay. So certainly they won't do anything without you having an opportunity to say something about it. And
well, that's part of the
and not to vote necessarily, but certainly to say something.
I'm certainly welcome to say something. I sit in as if I'm a member. I just don't have any voting. It's really in transition from what ECA used to be to what it's shaping to be. It used to be a heavy volunteer and heavy public art, and now it's sort of switched with the new city planner and the new coordinator to me more of a program-based committee, and that's dealing with the schools and the kids, and not as much hands-on public art. And that's where I just want to get involved, is to bring in more volunteers and more public art projects.
Sure. We always find that exciting.
Yes, and it's part of the economic draw of Easthampton.
That's right. I don't have any other questions. Love to see you be doing both.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Omar, did you have any questions?
No, I do not.
Casey? You know, I'll go on the record and say I've known Casey, I don't know how long, a long time. You know, his involvement in the community is great. He's well known in the community and has done so much for the community in forms of supporting the arts, supporting bands, fundraisers for bands, and you know, and partnering and collaborating with his businesses and everything else throughout the years. So I too appreciate everything you do for us and for the community, man. You know, and I can't speak enough about that, being friends and doing some of the art stuff myself growing up in this community. A lot of it was because of some of the people and individuals like Casey. So thank you. And with that statement, I'll entertain a motion to approve John Casey Douglas to the ECA Grants Committee with a term expiration 4/30/2023.
So moved.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Do a roll call vote. Omar?
Aye.
JP?
Aye.
And I'm a yes as well, so it passes 3-0. And so we'll bring it up full council tonight, and given everybody votes in favor, then we'll you'll be on the ECA Grants Committee.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good meeting.
Thank you. Take care.
you, man.
Appreciate it.
Bye, Casey. Okay. Moving on. So we have Jamie Puckett for the Energy Advisory Committee, term expiration 12/31/2022. And Omar, were you able to reach out and have conversations with Jamie?
Yes. Jamie want to be part of that Energy Advisory Committee because she spoke with Marion Constein. Marion is part of the school committee member, and he is a member of this committee too. And Jamie B is a resident of Easthampton since 2012, have 2 sons. For the last 18 years, Jamie have worked in various capacity for organizations dedicated to energy and environmental issues. And Jamie is really excited to be serving in the committee. I mean, they're looking to do and help the city and the way they know, their expertise, and Jamie's expertise is in that. That's what I have from Jamie.
Okay. JP, any questions around Jamie? Any concerns?
Don't have any, no.
Yeah,
I'm
me
good.
neither. Go ahead, Omar.
No, that's fine.
Okay. I think, reading the cover letter and everything that she sent with the application that was attached, and then hearing what you have when you spoke to her, I think more than qualified, and I think she'd be a good candidate to team up. And I know Marion is very excited to have some people really move this committee forward. So I'll entertain a motion to approve Jamie Puckett to the Energy Advisory Committee with a term expiration 12/31/2022.
So moved.
Second.
All right. I have a motion and a second, and all in favor, roll call vote. Oh, JP, all right.
Aye.
Omar?
Aye.
Okay, and I'm a yes, so passes 3-0. All right, moving on to Brad Reilly, who is going to the Affordable Fair Housing Committee with a term expiration 12/31/2020. And did you have conversations with Brad, Omar?
Yes, and for the record, I just want to say that basically what I have in my notes is exactly the same what they put in their letter.
Okay.
They don't have anything extra to add to that. So if you see this is similar to what is in the letters that they send with the application, it's because when I spoke to them, basically they repeat exactly the same.
Okay.
I just want to put that on the record.
Okay. So just working.
Yeah, I have been dedicated all the entire life, the adult life, working with the public in a wide variety of experience, both paid and volunteer, and have been central to almost of the experiment to access to the fair and affordable housing. So they have a lot of experience with the fair and affordable housing. They have a BA in a working place, diversity and inclusion from UMass. They have a degree from the Illinois University and went to Cornell University as well. Is at Easthampton resident for 8 years, and they're willing to, Reilly is willing to serve to the city in any capacity that Reilly can. You know, Reilly was so excited to be part of this committee, and they're ready to serve because they love Easthampton so much.
That's awesome. You know, I mean, that's good to hear. I like it when people are excited to serve at any capacity. JP, did you have anything? Any comments, questions?
No, I think the information was pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, I agree.
Something happened to.
Would actually bring some.
Okay, can you repeat that? We lost you for a few.
You lost me?
Yes.
You lost me? No, I was just saying, you know, I think, you know, given the past history and some of the work that they've done in the past, you know, Brad really brings a lot to that, and I think it would be a perfect fit for him in the community. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the appointment for Brad Reilly to Affairable and Fair Housing with a term expiration at 12/31/2020.
So moved.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Go ahead.
Yes. I just want to say that his resume is impressive.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. I agree. So we have a motion and a second, and do a roll call vote. Omar?
Aye.
JP?
Aye.
And I'm a yes too, so that passes 3-0. Okay, moving on to Glen Liu. Glenn is looking to be appointed to the Easthampton City Arts with a term expiration 12/31/2020. And Omar, did you reach out and speak with Glenn as well?
Yes, 2020. Yeah, Glenn is new in the city. Interesting to come. Again, it's another one they want to be more involved with the local art community. Glenn already went to a few meetings prior to all this crisis, and is ready to grow to work with the group of who's serving already in this committee. And you know, they have a vision, and they want to try to figure it out with the committee how they can transform that vision to reality. Yeah, basically that's what I have. But the other stuff that Glenn told me is basically what we have from in the letter.
Okay.
I think it's important that the individual notes that they were serving in Berkshire County and Pittsfield.
Yeah, and North Adams. Yep.
And it's always great to bring that cross fertilization of ideas from other communities.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And when you have that network too, you know, amongst other communities, especially in the Berkshires, which has a lot of talent up there, you know, with the, you know, I mean, just look at the museums alone that they have and the Norman Rockwell stuff and the colleges and everything else, to have connections up there that we can collaborate with communities. I think it's a good bring up, and definitely should be noted.
And
thank you.
Mass Mocha's there, so I think that'll be
yeah. So it'll be a good tie with those community, with the Berkshires especially. I think that's a good one. All right, so if that's it, I'll entertain a motion to appoint Glen Liu to the Easthampton City Arts, term expiration 12/31/2020.
so moved.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Nope. Okay, I'll take a roll call vote. Omar?
Aye.
JP?
Aye.
And I'm a yes as well, so passes 3-0.
That was 3-0. I
And the
broke
last
up on
one?
my audio.
Yeah. Yes, it passes 3-0.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then the last one is Tracy Elder, also for the Easthampton City Arts, with a term expiration 12/31/2021. And we had a letter handed in from Tracy. And
Yes.
Omar, were you able to talk to her as well?
Yeah, yes. Tracy, the first thing that Tracy told me is that Tracy is serving as the public art committee right now. So basically for Tracy, this is an extension for Tracy to be part of the ECA grant too. So it's like a combination of both. So for Tracy, it kind of makes sense of having in both committees. Tracy already went to a few meetings, and yes, basically is exactly the same what I got from the letter. Tracy told me about the grant they received about for the photographer that she worked in here in town, and the time when I talked to Tracy, basically it's like, you know what, makes sense to be part of both groups. So because basically it's kind of one group and they can work all together. I think we lost Lynch again.
Perfect.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, right. For a second, we lose you again.
My wife worked from home and said the internet crashed all day, and
Oh, no.
she ended up taking a personal time just because she couldn't finish her day at work because the internet didn't work. So tonight should be interesting.
You mean with the
Yes,
full council meeting right after?
For a second, you was looking out there, just like, he don't make any move. What happened?
So maybe we should move this along while we.
Yeah, let's stop with the banter. No, and all right. So I will entertain a motion to appoint Tracy Eller to the Easthampton City Arts, term expiration 12/31/2021.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Nope. Okay, I'll do a roll call vote. Omar?
Aye.
JP?
Aye.
And I'm a yes as well, so that passes 3-0. And that does it for our agenda items. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? None.
No.
Roll call vote. Omar?
Aye.
JP?
Aye.
And I'm a yes. 3-0. Meeting's adjourned.